Hi everyone, it's Desiree. Welcome back to my channel. Thanks for joining me for another video. Today I am cash planning for the week. I have $423 that is going to go into my envelopes. So I'm just planning out like where it's going, how much I need to pull out from the bank, what denominations I plan on pulling out from the bank. This is just something that I do weekly. Also, it's something I'm going to have to mention every time now on my videos. I only cash plan for or take money out, cash stuff, for things that I could potentially pay in cash. So with that said, I don't cash stuff any of my bills. Rent, electricity, I don't have a car payment, but if I did have a car payment, all those things stay in the bank. I do account for them. I do a monthly like plan with me or budget setup, and I do map out all of my bills. So if you're interested in seeing that, definitely check out any of my monthly setup videos. They'll either be called, like last one was called June budget setup. So any of those videos are going to show the bills that I have, because just like everybody else, I do have bills, but I don't like to cash stuff them. I like to keep that in the bank because it's all on auto pay. It all comes out directly from my bank account. Just makes it easier for me versus like actually pulling it out and then having to like take it back. I feel like that would be, for me, that would be a little bit too much, but I know some other people enjoy doing it that way, or it works for them to do it that way. So that's always an option, because the great thing about doing that is you can like each paycheck put a little portion to each of your bills. So yes, that's a great option, but for me that doesn't work. I just like to keep it in my bank account, and then just for the week, like for instance for this week, before I figured out this number, like how much I'm going to be pulling out of the bank, I did make sure that I had enough money in the bank to pay for the bills that are coming out this week. So yeah, that's just how I like to do it. But yeah, I don't cash stuff any of my bills, so you won't see any of that in here. But I do have them, unfortunately, like everybody else. I do have to pay the bills. All right, so I'm just going to figure out how much is going to go into each of my envelopes. I already figured out my wallet, because this week I'm putting $170 in my wallet, and those are my usual amounts that I put in here. So in spending, that's going to get $30 this week. I've been pretty good with spending actually this week. Eating out is going to get $30, groceries is going to get $80, coffee is going to get $30. I'm sorry, $20. Thrown off. And then buffer is going to get $10. So that is my wallet, $170, and I already figured out the denominations for that. All right, now I can go into all of my other envelopes, which actually I'm going to first start off in my pink one, because I have a game in here. Well, yeah, it's like a game. I like to roll the dice and do this little power up challenge. So let me get the dice. I have a little sticky note, got a sticky note, got the dice. Okay, so I'm gonna roll first to see how many rolls I'm gonna be doing for this week. So 5 rolls this week. And then I'm going to roll 5 times. So this first roll is the left side, and then the second roll is the top side. So that is 2 and 6, which is a star, and that's only $1. So $1. Next one, we got 1 and 6. 1 and 6. That's another star. So that's another $1. 5 and 2. 5 and 2 is another star. I have this linked down in my description. I got this off of an Etsy shop, and I think there were 3 different variations of this. I need to print out the other ones. I think I did print out the other ones. I just need to put them in my binder. And then for weeks where I could do a little bit more, I can use the ones that have like more of the higher denominations, little guys, little symbols on here. This one's the lower one, so that's why there's a lot of like stars spread out in there, which I'm totally okay with for this week, because I don't have as much. I mean, I have a good amount, but if I had more, then I would, you know, do one that had maybe more of the diamonds rolled around there and like the coins. Okay, so this one's 1 and 5. So 1 and 5, that's another star. Okay, so one more roll. 2 and 3. 2 and 3. Oh, I got a little coin. So that's, oh wow, that's 10. Nice. 2 and 3. Yeah. Actually, have I ever gotten that one? I don't know if I have. So that's 14 total for this one. Okay, so I'm actually gonna write that down here. Power up is gonna get 14. All right, and I can start calculating all of this. So I have 170 and then 14. So I'm left with 239. So yeah, after my wallet, like that does take a good chunk from what I'm cash stuffing. I'm gonna come back to this one in a bit, but I'm gonna go into the black one. So I think this week I'm gonna put a lot of 5s into envelopes. All right, so auto repair. Let me make sure, can you see this? I think you can. Yeah, kind of. I'm a little slanted, but that's okay. Let me move this actually. Sometimes the decor gets in the way. All right, so I think that should be good. Auto repair. So I have 420, which is pretty good. My maintenance, my little alert telling me that I'm gonna need maintenance soon has been going off, which is gonna be an oil change for sure. But then other things come up too because my car is older. And I just like to maintain it because it's running very well. I've never had an issue with my car. But I do keep up with the maintenance regularly. So whatever they tell me to do, I just do it unless it's something I can do on my own or have one of my coworkers do for me. So yeah, I know what I can do and what my limits are. And then I know what I want them to do for me. So yeah, auto repair. I have 420. I feel like that's a pretty good amount. But since I'm getting close to needing maintenance soon, like I think my AC needs to be redone. I haven't done that and it's starting to get hot and into summer and I can feel like it's like really struggling. So I feel like that's one thing they've been telling me I need to do it, but I've been putting it off. So I think I'm gonna do for auto repair, I'm gonna do 10 this week. This is Christmas. I have 400. I'm gonna do 10 in Christmas as well. Okay, electronics. I'm just gonna do 5. Emergency. I'm gonna do 20 in emergency. Extra debt's gonna get 20 as well. Furniture is gonna get 5. I have 130. I might go to IKEA this week to buy a dresser. So I might do that, we'll see. Rainy day is gonna get 5. Registration is gonna get 5. Like I said, lots of 5s. Road trip. I'm not going out of town anytime soon, so I'm just gonna put 5. Scentsy is gonna get 5. Subscriptions, that's gonna get 5. Treat yourself. I want to treat myself a little bit, give myself a little bit more for treat yourself. So let's do 15. Okay, so I'm left with 129 to go into my other envelopes. And I still have some savings challenges I want to do, so we'll see how far I can stretch that. So beauty has 74. That's actually a pretty good amount. I still need to go buy some things beauty-wise. So that's going to get 5. Clothing, I'm going to put 5. Content, that's going to get 5. I have actually 63. That's pretty, really? 63? Wow. That's pretty good. Costco, I'm going to put 5. And then Costco also gets whatever leftover money I have in my groceries, which I think I need to put money. I had groceries was 0 or had nothing in there, but because I need to move some money around because I spent the cash from here, but I didn't have an envelope, so I need to put money back into my groceries because I use my grocery money to pay for something. Yeah, sometimes that happens. So Disney, I'm not going to Disney. Actually, I don't even have a date reserved for Disney, like the next date. It's getting into summer, and summer is not fun at Disney. But we'll probably go, but we're not going anytime soon. So this is just going to get 5. Oops, minus 5. Family. Oh, I have 21 in family. I'm going to put 10. Fun. I only have 26. I'll put 5. gifts. My sister's birthday and my brother's birthday is coming up. I'm going to put 10 in here. Hobbies. That's just going to get 5. This is fully funded, so I don't have to worry about that. Home decor, that's just going to get 5. Okay, I think all these are going to get 5s. Household has a good amount, so that's going to get 5. Target, that's going to get 5. It's getting down to 59 now. Still have Go Wild and a few savings challenges. I think I'll be good. Yeah. Honestly, $5 each week goes a long way. Like, that adds up. And if I could just do 5, then that's still good. So Go Wild, I'm going to put 10. I don't know, like Go Wild for next year, the tickets will go on sale this year. And I forgot when they went on sale last time. I think it's towards the end of the year. But I need to make sure I have enough for the ticket. So I might have to, like, next cash stuffing when I have a little bit more, put a little bit more into this. Yeah, because I want to, this ticket last year was around $720. So I want to make sure I have enough for that once that happens. Okay, so my next savings challenge I want to do is the 100 envelope. 100 envelope. Oh, did I subtract that? I can't remember. Let me check. Okay, I just subtracted. All right, so I'm not gonna put a lot into this one. I'm gonna do one of the lower numbers because again, I don't have as much, and I like to put something into everything. So, and so I use sometimes I'll use my leftover money from my wallet to bump this up a little bit more. So I might end up putting a little bit more than I planned, but I'm just gonna do 10 because you can see I have 10 free. So we're gonna put 10 in here. Okay, so I'm left with 39, and I do have a couple of savings challenges. So I have this $10 one right here. So I'm gonna put 10. I guess I'll do 20, so then I can color 2 more piggies in. Okay, so I'm left with 19. So I'm gonna put 15 in here. And then those $4 are just gonna go, I just been collecting ones. So this is not that one. This one has been all the ones. So this one's gonna get 4. Okay, so I think that's correct. I'm just gonna double check my totals off camera just to make sure I didn't mess up with any calculations, because sometimes that happens. Because I don't wanna get to this part of the cash planning and then realize that I messed up here. So I just wanna make sure I have this figured out, so that way if I do mess up over here, I know it's more in my tallies that I messed up than in my totals over here. Everything totals out correctly, so I'm good. It's funny, I work for a furniture manufacturer, and my boss is always saying, like, you know, that saying, measure twice, cut once. But yeah, it's definitely how I feel with this, is just like double checking, triple checking is all good. Like, take the time to do that, to make sure everything's correct, because when you do make a mistake, sometimes it takes a bit to figure it out. It's such a pain, and sometimes I just want to, like, you know, just be done with this. Like, for it to just all go correctly and smoothly and not have any issues is always the preferred outcome. But sometimes mistakes happen, so yeah, at least I'll know, like, it's not this part that's a mistake, it'll be this part, which I do mess up on this part quite a bit. So yeah, we'll see what happens. So auto repair is getting 10, Christmas is getting 10, electronics is a 5, then I have 20 for emergency, another 20, then I have a bunch of 5s, so 5 up to here. Okay, and then treat yourself is 15, so that's a 10 and a 5, and then I have 5s again. Okay, so I'm just gonna fill these in with 5s, 10 here, another 5, another 10, a few 5s over here, 10. Okay, power up is 14, so that's 10, 11, 12, 13, 14. 100 envelope is $10, so that's just a $10 bill. And then I have a $10 one, so it's a 20, but I'm not gonna get a 20, I want 2 10s. And then $5 is going to be 15, so that's 3 5s. And then $4 for the ones. All right, so now I'm just gonna count my tallies. So 50s is just 1, 20s, 3, 4, 5, 10s, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15. 5s, I have 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. And 1s, I have 5, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13. 8. Yeah, 13. Okay. Now for the totals, just to make sure, and then I can calculate to make sure I didn't do this wrong. So 50s is 1, so that's $50. $20, I need 5, so that's 100. 10s, I need 15, that's 150. 21 times 5 is that 105? 21 times 5. Yeah, 105. 105 and then 13. Okay, so now let me total this up. 50, 100, oops, I forget that's 2 double zeros. 50, 100, 150, 105, and 13. No, I messed up somewhere. 50, 100, 150, 105, and 13. 18 minus 423. Oh, I'm missing a 5 somewhere. Okay, that's okay. At least I know it's a 5. See, this is why I always mess up on these tallies. Let me just double check my 5 count. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, 11, 12, 13, 14, 15, 16, 17, 18, 19, 20, 21. 21. Oh my goodness, I missed this one right here. This one has nothing. There it is. Okay. 22. So now that's 110. Okay, that was an easy one. Okay. So 50, 100, 150, 110, 113 or 13, 423. All right, so that's great. So be fun to see how many people are shouting at me that I messed up at that part, or if anybody noticed. We'll see. Oh, you know what? Not this one. I wanted the lined one. Okay, this one's better. So 50s, this is how I take it to the bank to ask the teller. And I always get questions asking if the tellers get like annoyed or look at me funny for coming in to ask for money. And I always tell people like, no. Whenever I go to the bank, there's people getting money out of the bank just like I am. I see it all the time. Some people are coming in with backpacks full of money, or like they're getting wads of cash too. They're getting their money counted in the machine. Like, it's pretty standard. So no, they don't look at me funny. I remember one time if you ask for so much, like there was a couple of times I had cash stuffings where it was a large amount. Well, one of my larger ones where maybe I was pulling out almost to like over $1,600 out of the bank. Those, they do have to get approval, at least at my bank, they'll have to get approval from their manager. So that's the only time where I've been like kind of questioned, because they just want to I think they kind of want to make sure. I think the guy thought it was my rent. That's what I was pulling it out. Oh, he's like, oh, it must be your rent. And I was like, no, it's not. But he was just kind of making small talk. He wasn't like trying to like figure out what I'm doing with my money. But yeah, nothing, they never look at me funny, and they're pretty nice. Some of them even fix my bills, make them look all like, you know, keep them all in the same order, like, you know, facing the same way. So yeah, they're pretty nice at the bank I go to. They're very accommodating, which is what they're supposed to do. That's kind of their job. So yeah. All right, 10s, I need 5s. or I need $5, I need 22. Sorry. Ones, I need 13. So that's $13. And then that's a total of $423. Okay, so when I go to the bank, I'm just gonna give the teller this little slip here. The only other issue I've had in the past, which I'm hoping won't be an issue when I go today, is maybe they might have run out of certain denominations, which that has happened to me in the past. There was one week that they didn't have any 10s, so then I just got more 5s than usual, but then there was another week where they didn't have any 5s. No, they didn't have any 20s. They were all out of 20s because everybody was pulling money out for the for holiday weekend. So things like that sometimes happen, but I think sometimes I'll go to a different bank if that happens. So yeah, that's what I'm gonna take to the teller, and that is it for this video. Thank you so much for joining me as I plan out my cash for this week's cash stuffing. I hope you all enjoyed. If you're not already, make sure to hit that subscribe button because I will be sharing the cash stuffing of this money. So if you want to check that out, definitely hit the subscribe button so you stay up to date on all my posts. But yeah, thank you so much for watching, and I will see you in the next video.